Hi, my name is Sam, and welcome to my second vlog on skills versus capacities in speed and agility. I'll be focusing on acceleration over 5 meters and the 505 agility test. The first thing we will focus on is a skill issue when it comes to accelerating over 5 meters. This individual has very limited experience when it comes to sprinting drills, and this is evident when you look at the clips. The first thing that stands out is that this individual is starting with a narrow stance. We can also see that the individual is quite upright when initiating the run. They are also striking with their midfoot quite early in the acceleration process. It is also worth noting the time it takes the individual to run the 5 meters, which we can compare with his next attempt after being given cues. We can also see from this image that the touchdown distance is quite large. Preferably we'd like to see the stance toe behind the center of mass. Here are some of the cues given to the individual in order to help them improve their acceleration skill. The split stance would help facilitate in producing more horizontal and vertical forces. Pumping the arms would help counteract rotational forces, which may make them feel more comfortable leaning forward more. We can see that these cues did in fact improve the body angle, allowing the individual to produce more horizontal forces. We can also see that they are now striking the ground with their forefoot, and they have increased their arm drive. All of these factors should enhance this individual's accelerating performance. And we can see how it does in this next clip, where their time has been reduced from 1.76 seconds to 1.34. Although this may not seem significant, this time could save them a total of 8 seconds over 100 meters. We can see the touchdown distance is more positive, which again can produce more horizontal forces, which is vital during the acceleration phase. This touchdown distance will allow the individual to direct leg extension in a more favorable direction and reduce the braking forces. Other interventions that could improve this individual's acceleration performance are resistance training, sled pulls, and hill sprints. Resistance training can assist in improvements in rate of force development. Hill sprints require no equipment and help with acceleration mechanics, as do sled pulls, which can increase stride rate. Next, we will be looking at an individual performing a 5 meter acceleration, and we will be focusing on a capacity issue that individual has. Although it may not be evident at first, looking at the clip in real time, when it is slowed down, notice that when striking with the left foot, the individual is planting more with their midfoot rather than their forefoot, as opposed to their right foot, which is consistently planting with the forefoot. This may reduce performance as more braking forces are incurred when planting with the midfoot and heel. This individual has a history of injuries in the left ankle, such as ligament damage and avulsion fractures, as well as bone bruising. This has caused their range of motion in the left ankle to be quite limited compared to the right, with ankle dorsiflexion being significantly worse in the left, nearly 1.5 inches difference between the two when performing the wall test. The next two clips also show the strength issues in the ankles, with the individual being able to go up on the tippy toes in the right ankle a lot easier than that of the left. Some discomfort is felt in the left ankle when going up on the tippy toes, with a dull pain occurring in the Achilles. This is likely the cause of their aversion to striking with the forefoot when accelerating. It would be beneficial to this individual to improve their ankle mobilization. This can be done with the use of resistance bands, stretching, and foam rolling. It may also be beneficial to them to perform some resistance exercises on the ankle, such as single leg calf raise, as well as plyometric exercises such as step jumps, which have been shown to improve Achilles tendon stiffness and strengthen the triceps Achilles tendon complex. All of these interventions could improve their ankle range of motion and strength. It is also worth noting that this individual also occurred a recent injury in their acromioclavicular ligaments, which is reducing their ability to flex their shoulder optimally. This could also affect their arm drive, as discomfort was felt in the shoulder, but they did not think it affected them too much. Due to the global pandemic and social distancing protocols, the same individual had to be used for the 505 agility test. Here we want to focus on the lack of skills the individual has when performing an agility test and how we can improve them with cues. It is evident from the clip that the individual has very little experience when performing agility tests such as the 505 test. Although there is specifically not a technical model for agility, there are a few things that I think would be good to see when performing an agility test. A low body position is ideal as it facilitates the use of more horizontal forces after planting the foot. It is also worthwhile to plant and stick the foot to generate more force and to keep shoulders over hips so we can reposition the body optimally. Again, it is worth getting the time it takes the individual to perform the 505 test, as we can compare it with their time and see if there's an improvement after cues are given. The cues given to the individual were to keep shoulders over hips, stick and plant their foot on the line, and to get low. These cues will hopefully allow them to reposition their body appropriately and to produce more force through the leg. As we can see, their body angle in relation to the ground has decreased. This will help them generate more horizontal force, which will help them speed up quicker, similar to the acceleration phase. They were also able to keep their shoulders more over their hips, which allows their body to be in a better position and all their body segments be closer to the center of mass, giving them more control over them. This will help them rearrange their body efficiently. With the help of these cues, the individual was able to improve their time in this agility test from 2.96 seconds to 2.64. Other factors that could help this individual improve in their agility are resistance training and hill sprints. This will help increase their strength, which in turn will improve their rate of force development. Both have also been shown to improve agility and change of direction performance, particularly bilateral work such as back squats. Next, we will be looking at an individual with a capacity issue and how it affects their agility performance. Again, it is the same individual that was used for the capacity issue in the acceleration. When looking at the clips, it is worth noting that as the individual plants with their right leg, their left foot slides on the pavement. This is not optimal for an agility test, as it reduces the amount of forces they are able to exert on the ground. The left ankle doesn't have a stable position on the ground, as it was lifted after the slide due to discomfort. If both feet were left on the ground, it is likely the individual would have been able to produce more force. Again, a lack of strength and stability within the ankle has caused this issue. Again, it is worth noting that due to the coronavirus and social distancing protocols, it was hard to get more than 2 subjects to perform the maneuvers for these videos. Some clips were also taken from YouTube in order to demonstrate some points. So to summarize the acceleration skill issue, the individual started with a narrow stance, had a large touchdown distance, and had a suboptimal arm drive. When asked to start with a split stance and to paw back and to pump the arms, the individual improved their time over 5 meters. These cues help the individual to produce more horizontal force, which is vital when accelerating. In the acceleration capacity issue, the individual was striking the ground with the midfoot of his left foot as opposed to the forefoot of his right foot. The individual has a history of injury in the left ankle, which has limited his strength and range of motion in it. When the individual extends his left foot, there is a dull pain running up the Achilles. This is likely the reason why he strikes with his midfoot rather than his forefoot in his left ankle in order to reduce that dull pain. Exercises such as single leg calf raises and depth jumps can help improve the strength in that ankle, as well as increase the stiffness of the Achilles tendon. When it came to the agility skill issue, the individual's shoulders were too far back, they weren't planting their foot, and they remained too upright. When asked to keep their shoulders over their hips and to plant their foot, the individual's time in the agility test improved. The benefits of planting the foot is that the individual can produce more force, especially horizontally, which is crucial for acceleration. And keeping their shoulders over their hips allows them to control their body better. And finally, to summarize the agility capacity issue, it is very similar to that of the acceleration capacity issue in that the ankle is the problem. Increasing the strength in that ankle and focusing on the triceps surae Achilles tendon complex and stiffening the Achilles tendon can help the individual produce more force through that leg. This will increase both their acceleration time and their agility time. That has been my vlog 2 on skills versus capacities in speed and agility. Thanks for watching.